The NFL is full of legendary highs, but some moments, oh, they aged like spoiled milk in the sun. The video opens with a rapid-fire montage. Mark Sanchez crashing straight into his own lineman in the infamous butt fumble. The Falcons holding that doomed 28-3 lead. A quarterback boldly declaring, "We're going to win out." A head coach promising a dynasty that never arrived, and even a Lombardi trophy nearly slipping into disaster during a parade. Each clip flashes for just a second, but the embarrassment lingers. On-screen text punches through the chaos, the NFL moments that aged terribly. The voiceover comes in hot, sharp, dramatic, almost ruthless, reminding viewers that while some moments become immortal highlights, others become memes the internet will never forget. These plays, quotes, celebrations, and wild predictions were iconic for a moment, until history came back with the receipts. The energy is explosive, the pacing is cinematic, and before the viewer can even catch their breath, the screen smash cuts into the title card, pulling them straight into the chaos. The NFL moves faster than anyone can predict, and that's exactly why certain moments age like absolute disasters. One year, a team is on top of the world, coaches screaming confidence on the sidelines, players shouting about dynasties, and fan bases convinced the future is theirs. Then reality hits. A confident quote suddenly becomes a meme template. A coach's bold promise turns into a reminder of everything that went wrong. And that quarterback who said, "Nobody can stop us now?" Yeah, the internet definitely didn't forget how that ended. These moments age badly because the league never stops shifting. Injuries happen, teams implode, playoff hopes die in real time. Before you know it, what once looked like swagger becomes comedy gold on social media. From future dynasty proclamations to "we're built for January" speeches, the NFL has a long history of bold predictions collapsing spectacularly. So buckle in, because we're about to break down the moments that didn't just age poorly, they turned into timeless reminders that in the NFL, anything can happen. And it all starts with the moment fans still bring up every single season. The story of 28-3 isn't just a blown lead. It's the moment the football world collectively gasped, froze, and then watched in disbelief as the greatest collapse in NFL history unfolded in real time. At first, everything looked perfect for the Falcons. Matt Ryan was dealing, the offense was cruising, and the sideline looked like a team already tasting champagne. Even the cameras caught Patriots players staring at the scoreboard with that "it's over" look on their faces. But then something shifted. A missed block? A sack? A mistake? And suddenly Tom Brady started carving the field like it was his personal training session. Every completed pass sucked the life out of Atlanta's momentum. Every defensive stand by New England tightened the tension. And by the time the game hit overtime, fans already knew what was coming. The comeback was complete, the heartbreak was historic, and 28-3 instantly transformed from a halftime score into an eternal meme. What should have been the Falcons' defining triumph aged into a punchline the NFL will never let them forget. And painfully, it still replays every single year. Early celebrations in the NFL are a special kind of disaster, the kind that practically begs the football gods to flip the script. And when they do, the internet never forgets. Whether it's a defender throwing on a turnover chain in the third quarter or a coach pumping his fist like the game is already over, these moments age like spoiled milk the second the scoreboard flips. You can almost feel the momentum shift as the celebration is happening. Teammates smiling, fans roaring, commentators laughing, and then the camera cruelly cuts to the scoreboard as the opposing team begins its comeback. Suddenly, that dance looks awkward, that chain looks heavy, and that fist pump becomes a meme template for the next 5 years. Slow-motion replays make it even worse, freezing the exact moment confidence turned into catastrophe. Because in the NFL, a lead is never safe, and the football universe has a twisted sense of humor when someone celebrates before the job is done. It's funny, It's brutal, and it's a lesson every team seems to learn the hard way. But quotes? Oh, quotes age even worse. And that's where we're headed next. In every era of the NFL, there are the quotes, the bold predictions, the chest-puffing promises, the declarations of dominance that sound legendary in the moment and become absolute disasters in hindsight. We've all seen it. A quarterback steps up to the mic, full of swagger, guaranteeing a playoff run, only for the season to implode in spectacular fashion. A head coach confidently announces, "We're building a dynasty," and fans buy in until he's fired the very next season. Or the classic wide receiver moment, "No one can guard me." And instantly, every defensive back on the schedule circles that matchup in red ink, turning the quote into fuel and eventually into a meme. These aren't just lines. They're time capsules of overconfidence, clips the internet resurrects again and again with ruthless precision. Because in the NFL, confidence is expected, but delivering on that confidence, that's a whole different story. And when players don't, those words age forever, replayed on highlight reels, stitched into TikToks, and plastered across social media as reminders that sometimes the mic is more dangerous than the pass rush. But nothing, absolutely nothing, aged worse than the next play. The butt fumble isn't just a bad play. It's an immortal, eternal, can never be escaped NFL moment that will haunt highlight reels for the rest of time. It begins innocently enough. The Jets still have a real chance, the game is competitive, and Mark Sanchez is just trying to make something happen. Then, in an instant, disaster strikes. Sanchez turns, runs straight into the backside of his own lineman, the ball explodes onto the turf, and the Patriots scoop it up for a touchdown. The stadium freezes in stunned silence, the Jets' sideline goes pale, and fans bury their faces as the replay starts rolling from every possible angle. Slow motion makes it even worse. The collision, the fumble, the helpless dive. Commentators can't believe what they're watching, and the internet turns it into an instant legend. This wasn't just a mistake. It became a cultural phenomenon. A play so infamous, it turned into yearly anniversary posts, memes, and late-night jokes. Some moments age poorly, but the butt fumble aged into something else entirely. The NFL's most iconic disaster. Transition. But bad plays are one thing. Bad decisions, those age even worse.
Some NFL moments age badly, but nothing melts faster than overhyped trade predictions that once dominated headlines. Picture the scene. Analysts on every network nodding with absolute confidence, fans celebrating like their team just won the Super Bowl, and franchises proudly announcing, "This is the move that changes everything." Except it didn't, not even close. What was supposed to be a future superstar somehow turned into a total bust before the rookie contract even expired. A so-called guaranteed playoff push ended with the team sitting dead last, watching other franchises fight for January football. And the trades that insiders swore would put them over the top? Yeah, those aged like milk left outside in August. Rewatching these clips now is almost painful. The certainty, the excitement, the bold claims that never stood a chance against reality. For fans, it's comedy. For teams, it's a reminder that no amount of draft picks or blockbuster moves can replace actual on-field performance. And the best part? Every year, a new franchise confidently repeats the same mistake. Transitioning now, because sometimes it isn't the analysts or the hype. Sometimes the worst aging moments come straight from the franchise itself. In every NFL offseason, there's always that one franchise that steps up to the microphone, drops a hype video, and boldly declares to the world, "We're back." And every single year, it somehow ages worse than spoiled milk in the sun. The scene opens with dramatic team-produced promos, flashy graphics, players walking in slow motion, and analysts nodding like the prophecy has finally arrived. New coach? They promise culture change. Big money free agents? This is our year. A star player resigns? The league better watch out. But once the season starts, the truth hits fast. Miscommunication, blown assignments, injuries, and the familiar sinking feeling creeping back into the fan base. The same team that claimed dominance in July is clinging to survival by October. Those inspirational training camp speeches? clipped, memed, and turned into weekly reminders of what could have been. And the hype videos that once promised playoff glory become punchlines played under sad violin music. Because in the NFL, saying "we're back" before proving it on the field might be the fastest way to guarantee the opposite. Momentum is building, the humor is sharper, and now we head into the emotional heart of the video.
In the middle of all the jokes, the memes, the collapses, and the moments that aged like expired milk, there's a quieter truth the NFL rarely talks about. These moments didn't just age badly, they hurt the people living them. Behind every blown lead, every viral mistake, every quote fans still mock today, there were real players who gave everything they had. Slow-motion shots show helmets dropping, players sitting alone on the bench, coaches staring into the distance knowing the season just slipped through their fingers. Fans, drenched in disappointment, stay until the final whistle because loyalty doesn't fade. You see the apologies in press conferences, the shaky voices, the veterans stepping up to take the blame. These moments became memes, yes, but before that, they were heartbreak. And heartbreak is human. Time exposes mistakes, but it also exposes heart, because the NFL isn't scripted. It's raw, it's emotional. And for every terrible, tragic, badly aged moment, there's always a chance at redemption, a comeback waiting to be written. And that's why fans keep watching, not for perfection, but for the story. The NFL is a league of extremes, where glory and disaster often share the same spotlight. And sometimes those moments simply don't age well. From iconic collapses to premature celebrations, terrible quotes, and trades that looked brilliant on paper but flopped in reality. These are the plays and decisions that fans and analysts still laugh, cringe, or shake their heads at years later. The butt fumble, the 28-3 Super Bowl collapse, bold guarantees from overconfident players or coaches, each one became more than just a highlight. They became cultural touchstones, memes, and cautionary tales about overconfidence, hubris, and the unpredictable nature of football. Yet beyond the comedy and ridicule, there's a human side to all of it. Players feeling the weight of failure, coaches navigating consequences, and fans sticking with their teams through heartbreak and disappointment. These moments remind us that the NFL isn't scripted, that mistakes are as much a part of the game as triumphs, and that the emotional roller coaster is what keeps fans coming back week after week. Now it's your turn. Which of these moments aged the worst? Which deserves the crown for disaster? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for our next cinematic breakdown, full of jaw-dropping plays, shocking predictions, and the unforgettable highs and lows that make football truly incredible.